Hello and welcome to Wisdom Forge. The extraordinary evolution of the human brain. Introduction: Understanding the marvel of the human brain. The human brain is often described as one of the most intricate and powerful organs in the natural world. Unlike any other species, humans possess a unique capacity to imagine, create, and reason. These traits didn't appear overnight, they were shaped by countless generations through a long and fascinating process of evolution. To appreciate how our brain came to be the way it is today, we must explore the journey of human evolution and understand the powerful survival strategies that led us to dominate the planet. Brain evolution, a response to survival. Our brain's development is closely tied to our species' ability to survive and reproduce. Evolution favored traits that increase the likelihood of passing on genes, and our brains adapted accordingly. While many species relied on physical strength to navigate the challenges of their environment, humans evolved in a different direction. We became smarter rather than stronger. This shift laid the foundation for the remarkable intellectual capabilities we have today. Over time, natural selection favored mental agility, problem-solving, and adaptability, shaping a brain capable of thriving in uncertain conditions. A brain built for adaptability. One of the most important reasons for the brain's complexity is its adaptability. Rather than becoming biologically specialized for a single environment, humans developed mental tools that allowed them to adjust to a wide range of challenges. Our ancestors were not the fastest or strongest creatures, but they were able to survive because of their capacity to learn, solve problems, and share knowledge. The ability to communicate and innovate gave them an edge, enabling the spread of ideas that increased their chances of survival. The power of imagination and symbolic thought. What truly sets the human brain apart is its capacity for symbolic thinking. Humans can look at an object and understand it in more than one way. A simple shape or tool can represent something much larger or more abstract. This imaginative thinking underlies everything from language and art to science and religion. Our ability to create mental images and assign meanings to them allows us to tell stories, make plans, and envision possibilities far beyond our immediate experience. This mental flexibility is at the heart of human culture. Creativity and culture through mental representation. Symbolic reasoning, our ability to connect symbols with meanings, gave rise to everything from mathematics to music. It allows us to use words, numbers, and images to convey complex ideas and emotions. This kind of thinking isn't just about daydreaming, it's foundational to how we create civilizations. Whether through drawing on cave walls, composing music, or writing literature, humans use symbolic thought to pass on knowledge, express feelings, and build connections across generations. This trait helped ensure that vital lessons and experiences didn't need to be learned the hard way each time, they could be taught. Language and shared knowledge. The development of language is one of the greatest accomplishments made possible by symbolic reasoning. It allowed our ancestors to communicate warnings, ideas, and stories, which helped others avoid dangers or seize opportunities. Language created a bridge between individual experience and collective memory. This not only increased the odds of survival but also laid the groundwork for the social structures and communities that would later shape civilizations. Evolution through climate challenges. A major turning point in human evolution was the dramatic shift in climate. For thousands of years, early humans lived in tropical, forested environments. Then, due to climatic instability, they were forced into open grasslands where they encountered entirely new challenges. With limited protection and surrounded by predators, survival required quick thinking and fast adaptation. Physical traits alone were not enough. It was the development of cognitive flexibility, the ability to respond to a constantly changing world, that became our strongest evolutionary advantage. From simple tools to complex societies. The earliest evidence of human intelligence lies in our tools. For a long time, our ancestors used rudimentary stones to break things apart. But over time, those tools became more refined. Sharper edges appeared, and later, tools were used not just to hunt or defend, but to shape other tools. This gradual improvement in toolmaking was the beginning of a mental leap. Eventually, fire was harnessed, cooking became widespread, and humans began migrating to new continents. These steps marked the early stages of civilization. The creative explosion. Roughly 40,000 years ago, humans began to produce art, ornaments, and sculptures, evidence of an enormous creative leap. This sudden burst of culture suggests a significant development in our brain's capacity for abstract thought and self-expression. Paintings, carvings, and symbolic decorations reflect not just survival, but a flourishing inner life. This change paved the way for more advanced inventions, from architecture to writing, leading eventually to technological marvels like rockets and computers. Climate change as a catalyst for intelligence. Many researchers believe that this surge in creative and symbolic activity was partly driven by environmental pressures. As climates became more unpredictable, our ancestors had to think creatively and prepare for a wide range of scenarios. The need to survive extreme conditions may have encouraged brain development and sharpened our ability to imagine, predict, and innovate. The instability of the environment forced humans to become more adaptable, and the brain evolved to match this need. Learning through variation. Richard Potts, a leading voice in human evolution, suggests that our ancestors eventually gave up on the idea of environmental stability. Instead of relying on a single set of conditions, they became experts in managing change. This ability to think on the fly, learn from new situations, and apply past knowledge to future problems became our greatest strength. The brain, over time, became a flexible problem solver rather than a rigid machine. Intelligence over strength. This shift towards mental agility meant that rather than becoming the biggest or fastest, humans evolved to become the most adaptable. Our species started small, some believe with only a few hundred individuals, but through learning and adaptation, we spread across every continent. We learned to build shelters, hunt in groups, plant crops, and eventually form cities and civilizations. All of this was possible because our brains could absorb information, recognize patterns, and innovate constantly. The learning brain, a tool for the future. This evolutionary history tells us that learning is not just a classroom activity, it's a survival tool. The brain is built to take in information, test it, apply it, and adapt it to new circumstances. The more it is challenged, the better it becomes. In today's world, this means that the most effective learning environments are those that encourage creativity, problem-solving, and adaptability. Whether in schools or workplaces, understanding how the brain evolved can help us design better systems for growth and innovation. Thank you, and let's stay connected. Thank you for joining me on this journey of discovery. If you found this video valuable, imagine what you'll learn next. Subscribe to Wisdom Forge and hit the bell icon so you never miss more thought-provoking content. Practical wisdom for everyday life. The tools to unlock your full potential. Drop a comment below. I'd love to hear your biggest takeaway or what topics you'd like to see next. Until next time, keep growing, keep learning.